Hello, Numa282 here, and welcome back to the ever-growing world of my Digimon headcanons and what-ifs. In today's video, we'll be diving into a brand new crossover universe. We are heading back into the world of manga and anime, specifically one for adventures in the supernatural and extraterrestrial. That's right, we are answering the age-old question, what if the cast of Dandadan had Digimon partners? Some notes and ground rules first. I very recently watched season 1 of the English dub and I'm in love with this show. That being said, I have not started season 2 yet, so I've only gotten to the start of the Cursed House arc. I will not be designing crests for these characters as I have a few twists and turns planned. Also, this is a video of my opinions. I understand that you aren't all going to agree with me or each other, so let's all try and be nice and civil in the comments. And again, I'll probably stop saying this after this video, but I'm gonna do a lot of recolors and redesigns, guys. This is just what this channel is. It's me being silly, goofy, cute, quirky. Ooh, we love it. So that's what we're doing. Well, I love it, and sometimes people love it, so here we are. In today's video, we will be looking at several characters, namely our stubborn but good-hearted heroine, our nerdy but brave hero, a granny who has no business looking like that, a misguided kind of Bible thumper who is unintentionally a member of our team, and a couple of besties who I just love. Now, some of you may be noticing the lack of Gigi in this list. I know he is a major player, but he was only just introduced for me, so I'm saving him for an updated season 2 video, or maybe even just a TikTok or short once I watch season 2. That is for later. He's still fresh for me, and I don't have enough of an opinion on him. Let's start with my girl, Momo. This quick-thinking fighter loves to throw hands, both physical and metaphysical. I've given her her very own reboot Digivice. The more alien look of the reboot Digivices really fits a lot of the themes for this show and what I'm shooting for. So I love this as the choice for them. But as we know, Momo will not be on this journey without some digital help. Let's all give a hearty welcome to Momo's partner, Canceromon. This redesigned Ganimon anyways, is meant to invoke a couple different ideas here. What if I got that name wrong? Hold on. It is Ganimon, right? Yes, it's Ganimon. I mean, I just want to make sure. Anyways, Ganimon is meant to invoke a couple different ideas here. Not only does it have its claws operating similar to how Momo's psychic powers are presented, but also it's a fun reference to Momo's love for shellfish, namely crab. Plus, the first real ghostly being that Momo helps put down is Turbo Granny's like kaiju crab form, so it felt like a fun option here. Canceromon are known for burying themselves beneath the dirt in waterways, striking their prey with surprise using their spirit claws. Canceromon will eventually digivolve to Stomatomon. This time I redesigned Abidramon, who's starting to become a channel regular. Stomatomon, titled for the scientific name of the mantis shrimp, Stomatopoda, are gentle Digimon who often help weaker Digimon catch their food using their spirit crushers. These Digimon are silent but communicate to their companions via telepathy or other means. Stomatomon will digivolve to Dovermon. Probably my 100th Gusokumon redesign. Don't blame me, blame Digimon for the lack of shellfish-themed Digimon. I named this one for the Dover Demon, who Momo takes pity on and seems to have a bit of a soft spot for. Dovermon are agile Digimon, known to be able to launch their spirit claws nearly a mile in distance. Though they have a menacing appearance, they rarely attack others, choosing often to linger in the shadows so it may hunt for food and peace. We reach the end of Momo's partner line though, as Dovermon digivolves to Dover Demon. Okay, I couldn't help with the name, but this Regalcusmon variant is a Digimon hidden deep in the net ocean. It stalks its prey, hunting down those it feels deserve some form of justice or vengeance, almost like a Digimon hitman. Its claw and blade are wielded independently from its body, using its immense psychic powers. Now, I know I kind of latched onto the whole shellfish thing, but obviously outside of the joke about like her wanting to cook the giant kaiju spirit crab, her and her grandma like full on fighting for crab, she has the obsession that she is seen kind of having with specifically the mantis shrimp. It's just, I don't know, something about it really just kind of latched in my brain, and I was like, hey, this is what I'm rocking. You guys know I like to go based off of personality, and as much as I'm loving this show, it's, you know, a bunch of students, so I had to like go off of something. But I digress. This leaves Momo with a strange aquatic line that, again, I absolutely adore, where Canceromon digivolves to Stomatomon, Dovermon, and Doverdemon. But our primary duo is not complete without one Mr. Ken Takakura, not the actor. One thing about Okarun, though, he's not your ordinary student, which only becomes more true as he stumbles onto his Spirit D scanner. That's right, unlike our girl Momo, Okarun undergoes a whole transformation. But let's make it digital. So, Okarun will use his Spirit D scanner and his connection with Turbo Granny to Spirit Digivolve to Turbo Gmon. Yeah, okay. I recolored Wizardmon X Antibody to create this new demon form for Ken to take on. By the way, if you know you haven't seen the show and you're just watching this for the Digimon stuff, I will refer to Ken as both Ken and Okarun. Okarun is what Momo nicknames him because she grew up having a crush on the actor Ken Takakura, which our Ken happens to share the exact name with, and she can't find herself to call him that because it makes her all nervous and it's very cute, will they, won't they stuff. So he goes by both Okarun and Ken. I will use both interchangeably. Anyways, Turbo Gmon is a lightning fast magic user who curses all who get in their way. If they even bother to slow down for it, Okarun will power up again, digivolving from Turbo Gmon to Onimon. This time we recolored Asuramon to create a new demonic entity that Ken can kind of take the form of. Onimon are tricky Digimon that often use their speed and agility to discombobulate their foes and targets. Discombobulate is such a great word. I'm just like, alright, at home, just close your eyes and go, discombobulate. Discombobulate. It kind of feels like I'm casting a spell. Discombobulate! You know, it's very fun. Sorry, it's 2:56 in the morning. I am running on fumes and joy. Okarun will use his last bit of power to digivolve from Onimon to Yokaimon. This mega form for our hybrid tamer sees us retooling Shroudmon to give us a large but surprisingly fast new form. Foes of Yokaimon often don't realize they are in danger until it is too late. So Ken will be able to use his connection with Turbo Granny and his Spirit D scanner to Spirit Digivolve to Turbo Gmon, Onimon, and Yokaimon. But I ain't done yet, y'all. That's right. Okarun always dreamt of meeting alien life forms so he could make friends with them because he was really sad and had no friends. Though his experiences with the extraterrestrial are often bad, he will eventually meet Saucermon. Oh yes, Okarun's dreams come true as his tiny little sentient aircraft finds safety with Okarun when they're separated from their fleet. Saucermon are adorable and shy Digimon who rarely battle but usually find themselves hiding. When danger strikes though, the pair discover that Okarun's Digivice can do more than just let him transform. Saucermon finds themselves able to digivolve to Extraterrestrial. I actually ended up merging Machinamon and Hover Espimon to get this funky little alien Digimon. Extraterrestrial, because Extraterrestrialmon was just a mouthful, are social Digimon who have a herd mentality. They are rarely found on their own and tend to panic when lost without their groups. Extraterrestrial will digivolve to UFOmon. This, let's face it, uncreatively named Oblivimon recolor is known as the Mothership and often lead their herds of Saucermon around the galaxy in search of data for them to feed on. UFOmon will reach one more power level when they digivolve to UAPmon. This time I merged Oblivimon with Ebamon or EBEmon to create this super cool form named for Unidentified Anomalous Phenomenon, which is what Okarun corrects Momo on when she calls it a UFO. I don't know why I latched so hard on that first episode that like I made so many decisions. The moment I started watching the show, I was like, oh, I'm doing a video on this. Oh, okay, so that's what happens. That's how my brain works. Anyways, this battle-ready Digimon is an unseen force of cosmic fury that stemmed from Saucermon's desire to protect Okarun and their other new friends. But yeah, our adorable dork gets his space friend as Saucermon digivolves to Extraterrestrial, UFOmon, and UAPmon. So now let's get to the absolute baddie that is Seiko. Momo's, let's face it, hot grandmother is a gifted medium and psychic who may have been the inspiration for Jamie Lee Curtis's current look on the Freakier Friday press tour. If you know, you know. Goddamn. Seiko will find herself in the position of a Digivice like her granddaughter, but not at first. Something I wanted to play with was a really fun thing I noticed towards the end of Season 1. Seiko, though cautious and often at odds with them, seems to have bonded with Turbo Granny a little. The scene that I have in my head right now is them dying of laughter on the floor together while watching TV, and it's honestly one of my favorite little moments from the show that kind of show how flippant Seiko is with these spirits that she interacts with, but it also shows a weirdly fun-loving moment for Turbo Granny. So I just absolutely, that's one of my favorite moments of the show. But in this version of the story, Seiko comes to Turbo G's aid when she is in trouble. In this moment, Seiko gets her Digivice, and it is discovered that Turbo G's spirit inhabited a dormant vessel Digimon known as Manekomon, named for the Maneki Neko doll we see in the show. The pair use this new power to let Manekomon, formerly Turbo G, digivolve to Zumismon. This golden feline is the recoloring of one Tobu Catmon, a precious and speedy cat Digimon who frankly embodies the concepts of Zoomies. Zoomiesmon themselves are elusive Digimon that seek treasure and other valuable objects, hoping to fill their pockets. Zoomiesmon will digivolve to Turbo Zoomiesmon. This time I got to recolor the new Turbomon Digimon that I have fallen in love with. Again, Liberator doesn't miss, guys. They're just killing it over in Digimon Liberator. Turbo Zoomiesmon is the embodiment of speed and fluff, racing other Digimon to try and earn large amounts of prizes and rewards. Through work and dedication, though, eventually Turbo G and Seiko bring back at least a portion of Turbo G's true power, letting her digivolve to Grannymon. This recolor of the elderly Babamon is the perfect resolution to our elderly spirit coming back to her own again. Grannymon are often seen as weak and frail, but surprise everyone when they start moving with blinding speed and power. So, Turbo G as Manekomon will work together with Seiko to digivolve to Zoomiesmon, Turbo Zoomiesmon, and Grannymon. This was a really hard choice. I knew I was going to give Seiko her own line. It was not originally gonna be Turbo G and this whole Manekomon thing. Mainly because I was trying to find a baseball bat. I was so focused on the baseball bat. First of all, we don't have any baddies wielding baseball bats in Digimon form. The only one we have is Bancho Mamemon, which, I don't know, that just wasn't baddie enough for me, I guess. Anyways, our last main cast member for the day is the hilarious but often infuriating Ira. This misguided girl truly believes she is a messenger of God, and I wanted to play into that as she, of course, fuses with an acrobatic Silky, giving her a fierce demon form. This will obviously end with her getting her Spirit D scanner, much like Okarun. With said Digivice, Ira and her demonic powers will gain the ability to Spirit Digivolve to Acromon. This acrobatic and dancey recolor of Harpymon is meant to invoke a sense of musicality and combat. Acromon are known for soaring through the skies, giving the appearance of flight, even when just moving with the wind. Using her new powers, though, Ira will digivolve from Acromon to Silkymon. So, okay, hear me out. I chose to recolor Lady Devimon to give Ira a more outwardly sinister form, because I kind of wanted to give her a personal dilemma and have her question her own ideas and what she is and where she gets her powers from. I wanted to give her a Bayonetta-esque line to kind of hammer this home. This is really emphasized when she digivolves from Silkymon to War Silkymon. My Beal Starmon recolor really helps show off this Bayonetta idea that will again give Ira a struggle with her own faith and her personal journey, and it's honestly something that I'd really like to see them explore in the future of the series. The one thing that I have noticed is they do take a lot of it's definitely a comedy more than anything. Like, it's an action show, but the dialogue is so comedy coded. But there's a lot of moments in the show, like when they kind of discover how Turbo G came to be, and like there's a lot of serious moments in it, and so I am really hoping we kind of get to see Ira have this personal struggle of faith when she realizes, oh, I am, intertwined with a demonic entity. I think it would just be a really cool thing to see her character, come to terms with that and, develop past kind of what she is at the start. This leaves Ira spirit digivolving to Acromon, Silkymon, and War Silkymon. But like Okarun before her, she also encounters her own partner, Inarimon. This Renamon recolor is named for Inari, the Shinto deity of rice and prosperity. Where Ira's spirit forms are darker and aesthetic, I wanted her eventual partner to feel more in line with the angelic or holy visions Ira longs for. Inarimon are kind and altruistic Digimon who use the advantage of their larger rookie forms to shepherd lost Digimon along dangerous paths. Inarimon will digivolve to Sunemon. Absolutely stoked I found a reason to recolor Tankomon, the new Renamon evolution unveiled for Digimon Alazion. Alazion? I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'm ready for it. Sunemon, named for the Kitsune, are wandering spirits that bring fortune and prosperity to any settlements they pass through. Is Sunemon already... as I said it quickly, hold on. Okay, so I'm thinking of Sunomon? Right? Yeah, I'm thinking of Sunomon. So it is very close to Sunomon, but it's not. Sunemon will eventually level up and digivolve once more, this time to Mikomon. Okay, yeah, I recolored and de-leveled Sakuyamon Miko mode to create yet another holy figure for Ira to look up to. Now, I did this on purpose because as much as I love Sakuyamon Miko mode, like, I adore her and I do love her as a mega, for the purpose of this line, I really felt like this was a great stepping stone. Mikomon are solitary beings who tend to places of holy worship or significance and often are found, making sure that they stay clean and of holy reverence. Mikomon will eventually digivolve to another one I'm really excited for, Kitsunemon. This time I chose Yukinamon, the other new Renamon Evo, for recoloring as it fits all the perfect design elements for this line of Ira's partner. Now, I adore this. You guys know I love to turn anything pink, but this was the perfect recolor to get just that amazing color pink. I don't know if you guys knew this, but I'm kind of a fan of the color pink. I'm not sure if anything gave that away. Oh, also, not like anything, not anything like super important, but to me it is. This is my Vanilla Mace merch. I love Vanilla Mace. She is like she's like one of my new faves. I can literally just sit there and watch her videos for like hours on end. So anyways, yeah, I got this and I love it. It was so good. So good. Anyways, enough about my fit check. Kitsunemon are sometimes seen dancing across the night sky, spreading good luck and health to any who happen to catch a glance. It is said that if you meet a group of Kitsunemon, they will grant you one true wish as long as your heart is poor. Poor? As long as your heart is pure. As long as you're dirt poor. As long as you are a peasant, then you get your wish. Actually, it's like Mario Kart rules. I'm kind of into it. Anyways, Ira's angelic partner is an Inarimon who digivolves to Sunemon, Mikomon, and Kitsunemon. Alright, now throughout season 1, I found myself searching for Miko and Kei every episode. Like, I adore them. I loved how supportive they were of Momo, post Evil X, obviously, and they just had such fun personalities. And like, one thing I've noticed, and I hope this still like remains throughout the show, is they've got my girls back. They were like, they saw Momo naked in the hallway with both Ira and Okarun, and they were like, girl, we're here for you. All these people are saying crazy stuff. What's going on? Actually, cut that. I got my own ideas. So yeah, no, I like genuinely love that. I love them. I love their personalities. And did I have enough to go off of? Not really, but I went with it. So we're going to start with our girl, Miko. Digivice in hand, she is going to be introduced to her partner, Trixmon. I chose to recolor Gladymon since one of my favorite moments comes when she explains her theory. This is, of course, after Momo, Ira, and Okarun are caught naked in the hallway. She explains her theory of Momo and Ira having a naked gladiator battle for Okarun's affections. These are going to all be silly for these two. I mean, everything I do is silly, but just bear with me. Have fun. Just come along for the ride, guys. Trixmon are named after Gladiatrix, which was the female title for female gladiators. Trixmon are competitive warriors who don't let their small stature stop them from decimating their foes. Trixmon will digivolve to Gladiatrixmon. For her champion level, we are going with this Kinkakumon variant to kind of continue our themes of fierce femme warriors. These Digimon not only never shy away from a fight, but often invite it in the name of friendly spars and battles. Gladiatrixmon will digivolve to Monkmon. Again, this Sanzomon recolor can't help but be a perfect continuation of our hot ladies who beat ass theme that I've chosen for this. Monkmon find themselves teaching smaller Digimon how to defend themselves and how to tap into their own personal powers. They are seen as sages and kind beings who know how to lay the smackdown. Monkmon will take on one more form though, as she digivolves to Batellamon. The absolutely underused lovely Angemon was recolored to give us the best end for our feminine fighter line. Batellamon are angelic Digimon who left their holy heavens for one simple reason. They want to fight. Though not aggressive, they can't live the pacifist life and would much rather pass a fist. That was dumb, but it was funny to me. This all, of course, leaves our tall tail weaving girly with a Trixmon who digivolves to Gladiatrixmon, Monkmon, and Batellamon. So, all that leaves us with then is our beauty guru K. Okay, I'm gonna be so real. As much as I love their characters, I do not remember them ever saying their names. And when I looked it up, K had 2 names in the thing, and I don't know which one is the dubism or if they're both dubisms. I'm gonna go with K because I think it was like K or Muko. I'm gonna go with K. K. After she gets her own Digivice, which I made this look kind of like a blush palette. I don't know if it's like coming off, but that was my goal for the color scheme. Anyways, after she gets her Digivice, she will of course get to meet the absolutely fantastic Compactmon. This adorable and shiny Mirrormon recolor is the perfect Digimon partner to help our girl with her elaborate makeup routines. Who needs a compact when you have a compact Mon? This little guy will digivolve to Muamon. Okay, yeah. MUA def stands for makeup artists with this Effectmon recolor, but Mua is just such a funny, and I know people will like jokingly be like, I'm a Mua, like it's funny, okay? Muamon, using her many makeup brushes, can be found giving makeovers to lonely Digimon, helping them gain their confidence back through the power of beauty and art. Muamon will digivolve to Cosmetomon. A very light redesign of Jokermon was used here to give our makeup artist a new, tougher form. Specializing in costume makeup and special effects, Cosmetomon can be found helping runaway Digimon hide themselves from their pursuers using makeup and tricks. This reaches the max level though when Cosmetomon digivolves to Guismon. This absolute master of disguise is a new variant for Fakemon. Not only can our digital expert on makeup help others disguise themselves, but now have no issues putting on a guise of their own, hence the name. Gaizmon have the uncanny ability to shapeshift into any being, allowing them to confuse their foes or anyone who may mean them harm. So our beauty, K, is partnered with a Compactmon, who digivolves to Muamon, Cosmetomon, and lastly Gaizmon. Which brings us to the end of today's journey. So there you have it, folks. This was our foray into a Dandadan and Digimon crossover. I had a lot of fun doing this, so let me know what y'all think, and trust I will return to this concept post season 2. As always, if you like my content or this video in particular, please subscribe, like, and or comment. Also, feel free to check out my TikTok, Instagram, Blue Sky, and Twitter, which will all be linked below. Beneath that, you'll find a link invite to our Discord channel, so feel free to hop on in and join the 282. Thanks again, though, for watching, everybody, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye! I love Dandadan. I need to watch season. I need to watch season 2. It's a problem. I kind of wanted to wait till it was done though, which it might be now. I don't know.